Long before he became an international combat powerhouse commanding absolute authority inside the UFC octagon, Magomed Ankalaev was forged in Dagestan. Raised in the mountainous region of Makhachkala, Russia, he developed an exceptional work ethic through Greco-Roman wrestling and combat sambo from an early age. Magomed did not enter mixed martial arts out of a simple desire for cheap internet fame. His primary goal was to achieve ultimate dominance through pure martial discipline. He rapidly developed an extraordinarily solid physical base, combining elite takedown mechanics with remarkable structural balance. Training alongside world-class Russian athletes inside grueling camp environments, he refined his skills to achieve total tactical efficiency on the mat. Ankalaev proved very early on that he was a completely unique breed of mixed martial artist, a quiet, stoic warrior fully destined to establish a long, terrifying reign over the global light heavyweight division. The absolute starting point of Magomed's journey on the world stage began with an unexpected, highly dramatic twist inside the UFC cage. In his 1918 promotional debut against Paul Craig, he completely dominated the entire fight for 14 minutes and 59 seconds through brutal ground and pound. Yet, in the absolute final second of the entire bout, he tapped out to a sudden triangle choke, suffering the only loss of his long professional career. Instead of allowing that heartbreaking, last-second defeat to shatter his mental confidence, he treated the moment as a vital learning experience. He rebuilt his defensive grappling awareness, sharpened his striking focus, and vowed never to leave another contest to make mistakes again. That early adversity served as a powerful permanent catalyst, transforming Ankalaev into an incredibly focused, mechanical executioner who systematically neutralizes every possible threat. What truly transformed Magomed Ankalaev from an elite Dagestani wrestler into an absolute complete mixed martial artist was his striking evolution. Under the guidance of top Russian striking coaches, he developed a terrifying southpaw stance characterized by razor-sharp counterpunches and heavy kicks. He controlled the distance with absolute surgical calm, waiting for frantic opponents to make a single mistake before landing brutal, short hooks that ended fights instantly. He demonstrated his lethal striking power by scoring highlight reel knockouts over dangerous world-class contenders, surprising critics who expected only wrestling. His ability to blend heavy hands with dangerous front kicks turned his octagon appearances into masterclasses of spatial management. Ankalaev proved to the combat world that his offensive arsenal extended far beyond traditional sambo, establishing himself as one of the most dangerous, well-rounded strikers in the sport. Following his solitary setback, Magomed embarked on one of the single most dominant, extended winning streaks in modern light heavyweight history. He systematically cleared out top 10 contenders, dangerous knockout artists, and veteran challengers with cold, mechanical efficiency. Standing under the bright arena lights, he made high-stakes main event fights look like controlled sparring sessions, absorbing virtually zero significant damage in return during his iconic championship march. He maintained an astonishing level of tactical consistency fight after fight, completely silencing double-digit opponents across multiple international arenas. His terrifying ability to dictate where the fight took place left rival coaching staffs completely helpless to formulate working game plans. This extraordinary unbeaten run solidified his status at the absolute apex of the division, proving that his surgical pressure and Dagestani conditioning were superior to any style. The absolute peak of high-stakes drama in Magomed's championship journey arrived during his historic bout for the vacant UFC title against Jan Blachowicz. Over 5 grueling rounds, Ankalaev showcased extraordinary resilience after surviving early leg kicks, utilizing his elite wrestling to dominate the championship rounds completely. He spent the final minutes brutalizing his rival from top control, leaving zero doubt in the eyes of viewers about his structural superiority. However, a highly controversial split-draw decision left the world in total disbelief, temporarily denying him the physical gold belt he had rightfully earned. Despite the heartbreaking judges' scorecards, Magomed carried himself with quiet, stoic dignity under the blinding lights, refusing to let political decisions break his focus. He proved to millions of fans worldwide that he was the true uncrowned king, demonstrating a champion's heart that remained completely untouched by controversy. Demonstrating his mental toughness, Magomed returned to the octagon to settle his heated rivalry with dangerous striker Johnny Walker. After their initial fight ended in a chaotic non-contest, Ankalaev stepped into the rematch with absolute, terrifying focus. In the second round, he trapped his opponent against the fence, landing a devastating right hook to the chin followed by a brutal uppercut that ended the bout in explosive fashion under the lights. That spectacular knockout finish served as a definitive statement to the entire light heavyweight division, proving that his power was completely unmatched. He silenced all lingering doubts, earning a well-deserved performance bonus while re-establishing his rightful place as the clear #1 contender. That viral finish immortalized his clinical killer instinct, reminding the global combat audience that a focused Ankalaev is an unstoppable force of nature. Beyond his world-famous wrestling control and heavy counter-punches, Magomed earned deep respect for his unflappable, cold psychological composure. In an era increasingly dominated by manufactured trash talk and social media theatrics, he remained a quiet monument to traditional sportsmanship. He never engaged in loud verbal warfare, letting his devastating physical performances inside the cage speak with total clarity to millions of viewers worldwide. He entered the arena with an absolute, ice-cold demeanor, completely immune to pre-fight media pressure or crowd hostility. This unshakable mental fortitude allowed him to execute complex tactical game plans without ever making emotional mistakes under fire. Ankalaev proved to the international sports landscape that an elite athlete does not need to sell cheap drama, building an authentic legacy based on pure skill, silence, and relentless physical execution. The ultimate cornerstone of Magomed's defensive longevity and grappling dominance is his elite master of sport background in combat sambo. This brutal Russian military discipline provided him with an exceptional understanding of body leverage, joint locks, and upper body throws. He utilizes his sambo base to shut down enemy takedown attempts effortlessly, keeping the fight standing whenever he possesses a tactical striking advantage over his desperate opponents. When he decides to take the fight to the canvas, his top control is universally regarded as a heavy, inescapable nightmare for defenders. He pins opponents flat on their backs while delivering constant, punishing ground and pound that drains their gas tanks rapidly. This elite grappling foundation provides him with an impenetrable safety net, ensuring that no matter where the fight goes, Magomed remains in total structural control from start to finish. A major definitive factor that separates Magomed from standard wrestling powerhouses is his astonishing patience and counter-striking timing. He rarely rushes forward recklessly, preferring to control the center of the ring while subtly baiting opponents into overextending. When an aggressive rival attempts to close the distance, Ankalaev slips off the center line, delivering lethal left straights or short hooks with surgical, millimeter precision. This incredible spatial awareness forces opponents into a state of total paralysis, as throwing strikes carries an immediate, dangerous threat of getting knocked out cold. While other fighters rely on wild brawling exchanges to score finishes, he operates like a calm, calculating sniper inside the cage. This masterclass in counter-striking mechanics makes him an absolute nightmare to prepare for, proving that patience and timing will always triumph over wild aggression. The foundation of Magomed's ongoing success is built upon his absolute loyalty to his world-class training partners and elite coaching staff in Russia. Training alongside top-tier Dagestani UFC contenders, he engages in daily sparring sessions that are often far more grueling than actual championship fights. This relentless iron-sharpens-iron environment keeps his physical conditioning, grappling defense, and striking reflexes at the absolute peak of modern performance. He approaches every single training camp with the exact same humility and intense work ethic that characterized his early amateur days in Magomed. He avoids distractions, maintaining a laser focus on constant daily improvement alongside his trusted team. This disciplined camp dynamic ensures that he steps into the octagon completely prepared for any tactical scenario, maintaining a continuous competitive edge over rivals who train in less demanding environments. Following years of clearing out top-tier contenders, Magomed Ankalaev has established himself as an unavoidable titan on the global sports stage. Promoters, analysts, and fellow fighters universally acknowledge him as one of the most complete, dangerous light heavyweights of the modern era. His fights draw massive international viewership, attracting fight purists who appreciate high-level tactical execution, violent knockouts, and elite wrestling dominance. He wears his global status with deep humility, continually honoring his Dagestani roots and representing his culture with utmost dignity. He took his place at the very top of the sport through pure merit, forcing the organization to give him the high-profile fights he earned inside the cage. Magomed proved to the global combat industry that pure athletic excellence cannot be bypassed, cementing his status as an untouchable force in modern MMA history. Magomed Ankalaev continues to write his historic legacy, leaving an indelible mark on the light heavyweight division that will be remembered for decades. He stands as a terrifying symbol of Dagestani martial dominance, proving that cold discipline, elite wrestling, and explosive striking create an unbeatable combat formula. His life journey serves as a powerful reminder that quiet resilience and unwavering focus will always conquer temporary setbacks. Future generations of mixed martial artists will continually study his flawless counter-striking videos, takedown defense, and ground control, trying in vain to replicate his magic. He showed the entire world that a champion could reach the absolute pinnacle by remaining fiercely true to his roots, fighting the very best, and executing with clinical perfection. The Dagestani machine has permanently etched his name in gold, leaving an unforgettable, powerful mark in history.